Hey folks, hope everybody's doing well. Today I'm just going to do a quick video on how I take care of my hygiene while car living. This one's pretty simple. Planet Fitness is the greatest thing ever for a car dweller. If you're just in one location, yeah, the $10 a month option is just fine. But I recommend the $23 a month option, which allows you to go to any location in the world. And they're all over the US. Pretty much every major city has a couple, and most semi-populated areas have at least one, so it's never been too far for me to go to get a shower.
The one-time enrollment fee.
Looks like I got the shower area to myself today, which is cool. So, bought this little toiletry bag for $10 on Amazon. So this may seem obvious, but it's a pain if you forget to put your towel outside the shower. I also like to put my shoes and socks right outside. You could get a pair of flip-flops too, I guess. One of the cool things about already being at the gym is that even if you're a lazy bum like me, you might find yourself working out a little bit. Feeling nice and clean and nice and calm. I think pretty much everybody enjoys the feeling of being in a nice hot shower, but it's really one of those things that when you don't have the creature comforts, because you're car living, little things like that really just make a huge difference for your mental health. You know, it's self-care, super important. If you can't or don't want to go to a gym, or maybe there's not one around you, I recommend looking into Pilot gas stations. They have pay showers for truckers. They cost like 14 bucks, but that is a shower. And there's also the option of finding a campground near you. And there's campgrounds that charge as little as 10 a night. You know, maybe even a spot to like do some laundry, take a shower. So that's another alternative option. And then there's always, you know, just the bird bath. You know, just run into a bathroom somewhere and just get the areas that get the funkiest. And there's also the option of, you know, finding a private place, having some like a little tank of water, and just kind of doing it that way. For brushing teeth, I really recommend just getting comfortable with doing it wherever, you know, parking lot where you're staying or something. Nobody really cares. You might get a couple stares, but you won't feel like going to the gym morning and evening. When the day is done, I like to give my feet a good rinse, because they get stuffy after a whole day of wearing them. And then I usually just put a new pair of socks on. And then I usually just put my shoes under the car, let them air out. That really makes a big difference. And I recommend having an extra pair of shoes that you can kind of rotate. It really just helps keep them from getting too smelly. You know, when you're living this kind of life, you don't have too many opportunities to just kind of take your shoes off and kick back like you would if you're at home. So just a little hygiene thing that makes a big difference. And I just wanted to briefly touch on using the restroom when you're car living. So, you know, as a guy, I have the luxury, if necessary, of using a bottle. I tend to use these gallon jugs. Obviously, you know, when you're going to dump it, do it somewhere that's kind of far away from, you know, where people go in the woods somewhere, or on the side of some remote road or something. And I just keep a bottle of water that I can rinse my hands with after I use the restroom. If you're buying water regularly, you know, you can just kind of use the old bottles. Or you can, if you're just using the same one, just rinse it out, keep it kind of fresh between uses. And as far as going number 2, if you have a Planet Fitness membership, that helps. Get to know the 24-hour bathrooms. A lot of times you'll find gas stations or certain grocery stores that are even open 24/7. So if you have MCS like me, it's the extra sort of step of making sure you find something that's not going to leave you smelling like air freshener for the next 30 minutes and giving you problems. But you know, if you seek, you shall find. If it's a really kind of remote place, you kind of might just have to learn to make do with digging a hole in the ground. I've had to do it a couple times. It's really not rocket science. But personally, I am willing to eschew a lot of creature comforts, but a toilet to take a dump is definitely something that I really treasure. And this all kind of assumes that you don't have a particular campsite. If you have a spot that you're kind of regularly staying at that's kind of more private, you definitely can have like a little Home Depot bucket with like just a trash bag and a toilet lid, and definitely can make your life a lot easier. Ladies, there are devices for sale like online that you are going to be able to kind of use a bottle as well if you'd like. Personally, I get lazy just getting in and out of the car all the time. So that's something that probably is useful to look into. It's just not my particular area of expertise. But that's about it as far as hygiene goes. You know, you kind of get into your own swing of things. What works for one person might not work for another person. But dang birds. What works for one person might not work for another person, but once you kind of get your routines down for car living, it really does kind of become second nature. So hope this was helpful for anybody who is kind of trying their hand at car living. This has been the Canary Uncaged. Hope you have a peaceful rest of your day. Bye.